Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
I'm so excited. Yes, I have one of the best jobs that exists because I get to interview heroes. These are ones that are making a difference in the community. They're builders. They are doing so much, and it is such an honor. Thank you again, too, for the past feedback that we had when we had on the CEO of Logitech, Bracken Darso. So make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. It is the only place where entrepreneurs align. All right, well, hang tight because our next hero, first of all, he is the CEO, one of the coolest companies. And I could say that because after 23 years of marriage, I remember going to his company, using his company for my wedding. So with that, we have the CEO of Norwegian Cruise Lines, Andy Stuart, and you can reach him at ncl.com. Andy, you've been with the company for how long? Is this correct? 31 years?
Yeah, I've been with the company 31 years, and you had your wedding on our ship? I didn't realize that.
Yes. It was a small wedding, but yes, it absolutely incredible.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. Thanks for trusting us with such an important moment in your life.
Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines has been around for, is it 52 years in the industry?
Yeah, just turning 53, actually. We started in 1966, so it's been quite a journey. I wasn't quite there from the beginning, even though I feel like it. But,
right.
31 years.
Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines is now doing a thing of spotlighting on everyday heroes for a new launch of a campaign they're doing. Talk to us about what that is.
Yeah, we're in the people business, and we want people to have amazing vacations with us and deliver and send them home with incredible memories. And as we were thinking about people in communities, we started to think about unsung heroes and everyday heroes who, don't get the recognition that they deserve in many cases. And we wanted to shine the spotlight on some of those people and take a moment just to say thank you, because there are some amazing things happening out there in communities across the country that don't get recognized. And they may be firefighters or police officers or nurses or teachers or just someone who lives next to an elderly neighbor and does their weekly shopping because their neighbor can't get out. There are people, with these selfless acts every day that we want to hear about. We want to hear the stories and tell those stories and hopefully motivate some new stories.
Well, this is huge that you guys are doing this because, first of all, I know from personal experience, I've gone on NCL I've taken a number of cruises with you guys, and it is just like, it is, unless you've been on a cruise, it's almost hard to describe because it's not like your vacation on land. It is just like everything is right there. It's amazing. So for you to do this for everyday heroes, that's huge. Now, 31 years you've been with the company. What was like the first job that you were doing at Norwegian Cruise Line?
I joined in the UK, which is where I was born and raised, and I was the first sales rep for the company in the UK. It was a very small business in England at the time, and I got to come in as one of the first employees there, and, it's been a fantastic journey. I've been the luckiest guy to have a dream job, woke up every day wanting to get to the office, and sometimes the office was a cruise ship, so who could argue with that?
I mean, do you ever just look back now and you're like, wait a minute, I'm the CEO. I started 31 years ago at this company, one of the first employees there. And I mean, just go, wow. Did you ever think at that time when you were starting that this is where you would be now?
No, I was young and dumb, and I never imagined I'd end up with this job. I've been, as I say, I've been the luckiest guy. It's been an incredible journey. I've been absolutely blessed to work with some of the most amazing people. The folks on board the ship work, they're the hardest workers of anyone I know. So I applaud the folks who work on our ships and deliver the dreams that you and other folks trust us with your week's vacation. And so Yeah, I've been lucky. It's a people business, I've said right at the beginning. And nobody writes me a letter and says, that's the most beautiful lounge, that's the most beautiful bar. They write to me and say, tell me about the youth counselor who made their child's trip, or the waiter, or the cabin steward, or someone who just made their trip special. And so people is what makes the difference.
Well, I love it. I'm one of the luckiest guys, too. Why? Because I have the opportunity to interview you on the Eliances Hero Show with David Kogan. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. Again, the only place where entrepreneurs align, because we have with us Andy Stuart, the CEO of Norwegian Cruise Lines. You can reach him at ncl.com, or of course we'll have it on our website, Eliances.com. Tell me about the Encore Moments that's going on. Encore Moments.
Yeah, so we would love your listeners to go to encoremoments.ncl.com. And there they can tell us about an everyday hero who they know, have come across, or who's been a hero to them, and nominate them for this program. And then your listeners can go to the same website, encoremoments.ncl.com, to vote for everyday heroes, and then the winners will be flown by us to New York. We'll overnight them in New York. We'll throw a fantastic party just to say thank you, and then we'll invite them to join us on a cruise on one of the Norwegian Cruise Line ships. So we're super excited. I can't wait to meet all the folks that win this program, because it's an opportunity to meet some people who are making a difference out there.
What are some of the secret tips to cruising? I mean, we hear about various things and stuff, but to actually hear it from the CEO who's been with the company so long, what are kind of some of those secret tips of like, hey, you're going to be going cruising, you're going to be going on NCL, these are some things to do, look out for, do, and so on?
I start with a destination. We're cruising all over the world, and it's important that generally people start thinking about the destination. We're in Alaska, we're in Europe, we're in Australia, Asia. So there are itineraries that are more beach and sun and fun, and there are itineraries that are more sightseeing and seeing some of the European capitals, something like that. So figure out what itinerary is the right one for you. Then there's all the staterooms. You can cruise in a very budget-conscious way if you would like to. You can also cruise in our suite complex at the top of the ship and spend as much as you would like. So there's something for every budget, and so I would encourage people to figure out the budget and then figure out whether it's a balcony room, a suite, or a more budget-conscious inside stateroom. There's really something for everyone. Kids, there's incredible kids programs for kids and families. There's wonderful programs for couples. We have staterooms for solo travelers. So we really have really broad appeal, and different people have different journeys through the ship. A solo traveler would have a different journey through the ship from a family, from an affluent traveler in our suite complex. So it's really important to look at the cruise line, look at everything that's available, and figure out how to have the best possible experience for whatever the needs are of the specific traveler.
Well, Andy, what you guys are doing again with Heroes and the Encore Moments and that, what type of critical advice do you have for parents out there who want to be able to raise their children, right, to be able to make a difference, make their mark like you have been so successful at doing and bringing pleasure to so many people that are, coming on these cruise lines? What type of, advice do you have for these parents to be able to help raise children and give them some of the skills to be these heroes?
I mean, the way I see it is parents are role models. When my kids were little, I was this hero to them. I could do no wrong. I knew everything, and I was their role model. And at some point overnight, it just changed. I didn't know anything, and I was an idiot. But during those periods when they were, when they were so impressionable, I think this idea that you're a role model, and they're going to see what you do and how you do it, and they're going to emulate it over time. Is sort of where I start. You're the hero to your children as they're in those formative years that are so important. And so it's really important the role model you are is a role model you would like them to be. And so I start there.
Excellent. Well, I've got one more question for you, too, because I know you and I got to go cruising here soon together and stuff. So we have a lot of listeners. One of the questions seems to be different same type of question here is from Nicole Schmidt here. Is how do you decide the type of artwork that is displayed on the side of the ship? I mean, I've seen so many pictures of your artwork on the side of the ship, which is just absolutely amazing. But how do you guys go about deciding what's going to go on there?
You know, the last 5 or 6 ships we've partnered with renowned artists, and that has been really a wonderful experience for us. So the ship before Norwegian Encore, we partnered with Wyland, who is, you know, a renowned sea life artist and conservationist. And the ship before that, we partnered with Guy Harvey, who is also a very renowned artist and conservationist. And so, you know, we partnered with artists, and, you know, we give them the most incredible canvas, and they give the benefit of their incredible talent. And they have also helped us with telling the story of conservation. You know, we want to leave the oceans we sail on exactly as we found them. And folks like Guy Harvey and Wyland, who are so passionate about the oceans on which we sail, have been wonderful as partners and helping us on that journey.
Well, Andy, you create encore moments for your travelers on your cruise ships, and you show customers the best way to travel aboard. Andy Stuart, Norwegian Cruise Lines. Make sure you go to ncl.com. Once again, make sure you go to ncl.com. This has been David Kogan with Eliances.